Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. Today, I'm super excited to show you how you can manage your trades using the best trade manager you could possibly find. Yes, I'm serious. This tool is packed with very smart features that is possibly one and only. I'm doing this video so many more could get their hands on this tool. This would be a game changer for you. It will help you to manage your risk and money whilst managing your trade. Most of us who use a trade manager would know that it is an expert advisor that will manage your trades. The expert advisor itself will have settings to set stop loss, trailing stops, and take profit. Some of the more sophisticated ones may add in scale out levels also. But what I'm going to show you will blow your mind. It has so much more. And guess what? It will not stop there. The creator of this amazing tool will continue to explore and add more features as he receives feedback from his clients. I have been very privileged to know him and have access to test his tools for him. Without further ado, let's show you how it works on the chart. Now let me present to you the Advanced Trade Manager, aka ATM. Because there are so much more features in this tool, ATM comes in two parts: the Expert Advisor, ATM, and the ATM Setting Indicator. The Expert Advisor is shown as a panel here and will display your trades. It will show the trade order number, close profit, locked profit, and floating profit here. Currently, there is no open trade, so there is nothing on the display. The expert advisor will take all the instructions from the settings you set within the ATM settings indicator. In this video, I will focus on the ATM settings indicator where all the features and functions sits. On the left here, you will see 7 tabs: General, Trailing Stop, Exit Method, Risk, Stop Loss, Take Profit, and File. Let's go through them one by one, starting from the General tab. On the General tab, you can set all your basic settings. You can choose to use points or ATR, calculations for its management levels. ATR is a unique feature for ATM. Today, our focus will be on ATR, since it will allow the use of one set of rules that can work across multiple symbols. You can choose to include or exclude spread. You can choose broker SL or hidden SL. Now, this portion here is very important. For those who have ATM already, prior to the 2.0 version, you will know ATR time frame is newly added. For me, this is a very valuable addition and extremely useful. For any traders, you would typically want to take your entry at a lower time frame and manage your trade on a much higher time frame. So ATM has a very unique feature that would safely say there is no other trade manager that has it. Okay, it is the button here, the visualize button. This feature is very, very useful for backtesting, which is something I want to focus on this video also. I will show you that once we complete all other tabs. You can choose to increase the space price is allowed to move by putting a number more than 1 in the spread multiplier. Now let's talk about this option here. ATM can be run in 2 ways. It can be bound to a single symbol, or it can manage all trades taken on the trading account. If you choose Manage Current Symbol, you can have ATM running on multiple charts for different symbols. When Manage All Trades is selected, you can only have one instance of ATM running, and therefore all symbols are managed by that only. Max slippage. You enter the maximum allowable slippage here. Slippage is the amount price is allowed to move from the time that a trade is requested to the time the broker fulfills the trade. Now, this few buttons here, I will skip. Why? Because there is a help button here. Once you click that and you hover over the buttons that you want to use, it will give you a box explaining what that button is used for. So I believe you can cover that on your own quite easily. So now let's move on to this trailing stop. Trailing stops are triggered when price touches the stop. There are a total of 11 types of trailing method within ATM that you can choose from, and 4 different levels to start the trail from. So what are the 11 types? You have Gann high-low trail, chandelier trail, parabolic star trail, fractal trail, moving average trail, donjon channel trail, Ichimoku trail, Heikanashi open trail, step-by-step trail, step keep distance trail, and classic trail. Okay, and for the levels, you have trail at specific level, trail after first partial profit, trail after lock, or trail immediately. Okay, next we will cover the exit method. Exits are processed at the close of candles. For the exit method, there are also a total of 11 types of exits and 4 different levels to start the exit from. There is Heikanashi color exit, Heikanashi wick exit, Ichimoku Tenkan exit, Ichimoku Kijun exit, Ichimoku TK cross exit, donjon channel exit, moving average exit, Gann high-low exit, RSI exit, MACD zero cross exit, and MACD signal cross exit. And similarly, there are 4 levels to start your exit from. Start after first partial profit, start at a specific level, start after exit is valid, or start when trailing begins. Next, we will touch on risk. This is a new tab created for ATM 2.0. There are 3 types of risk calculation you can use: fixed risk, risk on equity, or risk on balance. Fixed risk is a fixed amount that you would like to risk, depending on stop loss or take profit. Risk on equity is risk on the account balance, including your open trades. Risk on balance is straightforward, it's just on the account balance itself. Okay, next we'll touch on stop loss. There are 2 options to set your stop loss. You can either set stop loss using structure via fractals. This is how many fractals looking backwards. And you can also add on top of it an SL pad to give the trade more room to play out. The other option you have is to set stop loss to a fixed ATR from your entry point. So you could set it to 4 ATR, 3 ATR, and so on and so forth, depending on your options. Okay, next we'll cover take profit. There are also 2 options to set your take profit. One by multiples of SR. Okay, you can, depending on what is your stop loss that you set, you can have a multiplication of the SL itself, which allows you to set your risk reward. The second option is you can set your TP to a specific ATR. So right here is 5.88 ATR. Also within Take Profit tab, you have the option to scale out your profit as well, depending on what you choose. So for example, you could scale out at 1.5 ATR, 3 ATR, and you specify the percentage that you want to scale out. Say, for example, you want to scale out 75% of the first or your original position. The second percentage is actually a percentage of the remaining percentage, meaning if you scale out 75% already, your remaining would be 25%. So if you set a percent here, a number here, 20 means 20% of the remaining 25%, and so on and so forth. So this is how you set the scale out levels, okay? Now, finally, when you have set everything and you completed that, you would want to save all your settings within a file. So all you have to do is put in a name here and click save, okay? So now that we have covered everything within ATM settings itself, now let me show you my settings and how you can do yours also. Now I'm going to load this setting. Okay, I want to say this. No one except yourself is responsible for your success. If you are willing to put in the hard work, you are at least 50% on your way to success. The more data you have, the more accurate you could be. So for me, I like to have at least 13 months of data on hand usually. Minimum at least 6 months. This is to cover all the seasonal changes in the market, lull periods like the summer and winter seasons, so you know your settings can cover you both in the ups and the downs of the market. I do my back test over the weekends, fine-tune and forward test it during weekdays when I do my trading. Now, first let's sort out the constant ones that we won't likely to be changing all the time, at least not for testing. So I use ATR and period 48 to match my strategy SK suite. My entry is usually on the 5-minute or 15-minute, and I manage on the 30-minute or H1. So if I enter on M5, my management level, which is ATR time frame, would be 30 minutes. If I choose to enter on 15 minutes, then my ATR time frame is 1 hour. So for today, I will show entry on 15 minutes and management on H1 for NAS 100. Okay, so for stop loss, sorry, let me just load this again. So for stop loss, I like to place the trade, my stop loss, place it on 4 fractals look back and with 1 ATR pad on top. Okay, very simple. I like all my stop loss to be at structure. Okay, the take profit is slightly below 6 or 5.88 ATR and no scale outs. For risk, I like to have it at fixed risk. That's for my stop loss, and $1,000 is basically about 1% of the account balance. Now that I have the constant settings done, let's focus on the 2 settings that you'll be changing most often to find your sweet spot. Okay, that's the trailing stop and the exit method. Okay, after more than a year of testing, I find that I like trailing stop to stop me out better than exit method to take me out. Mostly because exits happen at close of candle and trails happen when price touches stop. It's definitely a tough decision. It's almost like asking you to choose which poison would you like. Seriously. So for both trailing stop and exit method, the most important consideration is when do you want it to start? At what level? Do you want to start it immediately or at a certain level? My tip for you is you do not want to start it too early. You ask, so when it is too early or when it is too late? Good question. The answer is really, it depends on your entry time frame. For instance, a 2.88 ATR on M15 would be very different from a 2.88 ATR on H1 time frame. So how do you determine what ATR to start with? Okay, the first question you will have to ask yourself is, we need to understand how much a symbol moves typically. So for me, I like to use the value here, ATR, the value here, to determine that. Okay, so this is the Swiss Army knife, which is also a cool tool from Cool Trading Tools. I won't spend too much time on the features. I'll save that for another video. For now, I will use the value on H1 divided by the value on M15 to give me a gauge of when I should start my trail level. Because I want to manage it on a H1, therefore I'm using the higher time frame to divide by the M15, which is the time frame that I'll enter on. So mathematically, it works out to be between 1.8 to 3 for different symbols. So if I want to use one setting to cover for all symbols, I chose 2.88 as a starting point. Okay, now I'm going to show you the results of 1 month through the month of April using that 2.88 value. Now on the chart here, I have drawn vertical lines of where I'm going to take my trade. Okay, now let me just confirm that I've got the right file. And I'll show you how trades typically play out using this amazing button here to show you simulated profits. So now this is a sell. So what I do is I click on here, and when it's red, it means sell. And I will put it at the bottom or the close of the candle. So right here, it shows you that it is a win, is 8,800 points. Okay, the percent gain is 93.4. Okay, so it is a good trade, it's a win. Now let's go on to the next trade. So I click till I see green, that's a buy. Okay, so now this one is an amazing trade. It gives us 33,093 points. Now let's move on a little quicker. 23,238. And if you notice, this is 3 times. So this is a fantastic trade. 28,000. 7,009. 14,700. 9,002. 23,000. 15,500. 16,001. 25,001. 34,000. 8,009. 23,000. 17,000. 39,000. 41,000. 27,000. 44,000. 23,000. Okay, this is a loss. Okay, So the first loss, 32,000. And that's it, the entire month of April. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I've done for gold. And basically this is results of about almost close to 12 months. Okay, so the entry rules are using SK Suite, okay, and it's purely using ATM to manage the trades. So as you can see here, it's about 95% accuracy. Okay, you have the raw data here. So this is how it's been calculated. This shows you exactly what we just did earlier. Okay, and also I want to show you the difference between using ATR trailing, the gain high-low trail stop, versus the exit method. So just now when I show you, it's purely using just trailing stop. There is no exit method, but I also have done a collation of if I were to use exit method, it would be less in terms of the number of pips. Okay, in terms of accuracy, both has one loss. Okay, as you can see here, this are the two, one each loss. Okay, this is the tabulation of how it works between the one with no exit and the one with Fibonacci exit. Of course, you can play around with the other methods, right? We said that there is 11 trailing stop methods and there is 11 exit methods as well. So you can play around with it, yeah? So, and also because I use 2.88, so the opportunity is really countless, right? There are so many permutations or combination that you can try out, okay? I'd like to show you in terms of the ATR. So when I use gain high-low with 2.88 ATR trail level start, okay, and 5.88 take profit. This is to show you the percentage of how much it hits. Okay, for just the month of April, just 1 month alone, there is typically about 1 trade a day, 1 to 2 trade a day. So sometimes you have 2 trades in 1 day. But then it also depends on the time zone that you are in. So you may have a missed opportunity, but what I'm trying to show you is you don't need to take many trades because the amount of pips with the ATM management, yeah, it's really amazing. Okay, so full TP for me is 5.88. So out of 22 trades, I've got 5 that hit the full TP, which is about 23%. To me, that's great. The rest of the opportunity is that I win is between 2.5 and 3 ATR. So I've got about 54% that ranges between 2.5 to 5.88 ATR. Between 0 to 1.9 ATR is about 27.3%, and between 2 to 4.5 ATR is about 18.2%. I like this table. It's showing me that I did not over optimize, because when there's wins, there's losses. When you over optimize, just like here, you win on 1 day. So you see the exit method with the trail method is a win, but on the exit method is a loss. So you kind of, want to have a good balance between what you're trying to do, your settings. So I really hope that this shows you how backtesting is so very important. And with the help of the ATM, right, you're going to get very, very amazing results. For those people who have not got SK Suite yet, that's amazing tool as well. So please get into cooltradingtools.com to get your copy of ATM, because from what I understand, the price may be increased soon, pretty soon. So don't miss this opportunity. I do hope that you guys will get your hands on it. And obviously, I wish you guys every success. And thank you for watching this video.